And it's almost like it's being kept away from you, like it's a secret.
Really regret it. That's why I don't want our kids have the same experience.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. The elephant in the room, if something happens to you and then worst case scenario you die, what happens then with the property?
Okay, so you should start at home to teach your kids about money.
Welkom bij Dreams Unleashed, de podcast. De podcast waarin we de riemen losmaken rondom alles wat je tegenhoudt om jouw dromen waar te maken en je mooiste leven te leven. Wij zijn een type koppel, Tessa en Laurens, en we willen het maximale halen uit onszelf, onze relatie en ons ouderschap. En vandaag zitten we met eigenaren van meerdere bedrijven. Vastgoed op Bali, bouwen op Bali, een reisblog, een kledingmerk en een succesvolle boxerbrownie business webshop. Alfons uit Friesland en Martha uit Indonesië. En hun relatie begon in Nederland. Daarna zijn ze 1,5 jaar naar Indonesië, Bali, verhuisd, waar ze hun eerste zoon kregen. En toen hij 4 maanden was, gingen ze naar Nederland en kregen ze nog 2 kinderen. Inmiddels zijn ze vorig jaar weer terug verhuisd naar Bali, waar ze grote stappen ondernemen. En we gaan het dus hebben over de overgang van Bali naar Nederland, hun bedrijven, vastgoed, het gezinsleven en het reilen en zeilen hier. En ik zeg hier, want we zijn op Bali. Als je meekijkt, dan zie je een mooie tropische achtergrond en een mooie tempel. And we're gonna do this podcast in English because Martha is originally from Indonesia. We're not so good at Indonesian yet that we're gonna do it in Bahasa, so we're gonna choose to go for English. Yeah. So welcome, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, and then thank you for inviting us for this podcast. I think this is also honor for us to join your podcast.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Nice to hear. Yeah. So the introduction was a big one because it's just so many things that you do.
Yes.
So that will be a lot of knowledge and a lot of worth for our audience. I know for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about that introduction? Do you even realize all the things that you do?
Well, if you sum it up like that, it's quite something that we built up in the past 7 years or something. As Martha said, thanks for having us. I've been listening to your podcast since the first day, so it's nice to be a part of it now. And I think we have quite some stuff that we can tell your audience.
So the first part I thought about was like living as a family in Bali. Also something that we would really like one day. We're actually exploring it right now, the island and where we want to live. Mm-hmm. So can you first tell us more about that? How is life on Bali with as a family?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Compared to the Netherlands, it's for us it's more relaxed. We still bring children to school, but we have also some help in our home, and we spend more time outside. So for us it's more relaxed than back home in the Netherlands. Other than that, I think.
Because they go to school here, and
yes, we have 3 kids, and then 3 of them is still below 10 years old, and then now they are going to the school, and then every day Monday to Friday. But the thing is, I want to talk as a local, as Indonesians, how to live here in Bali, because there's a little bit difference, like a contra between the foreigner live in Bali and the local itself. Sometimes the local ask me why you wanna move back to Indonesia, and then because now the economic is not really okay. Some of the local they want to go overseas, of course to fix their economic. To improve their economy, of course, and
you mean their personal economy?
Yes, the family. Their family economics.
Yeah.
And then because they thought that so I will get a foreign currency, let's say dollar, euro, that kind of thing. If you convert it to IDR, Indonesian rupiah, that would be a lot, something like that. So as a family, I think so far for us it's a good, because this is like a decision that we take. And then we already have been preparing that for like 2 years, and already think about it, especially for the kids. Because if we compare, that's the infrastructure, the education is a lot of difference. You can choose here, like if you have more money, you can send your kids to like a good school. But in the Netherlands, mostly all the kids have the same rights to go to the school with the mostly same educations, same level education. So that is also like we really think about it before, like back then, like is this like a right decisions for them? But in the end of the day, that's mostly for like the options, the decision, and then there's always the consequence. And then so far, I think for us is I think we took like the good decisions to move them to here, and also we consider about their age, and then that's more a lot of more easier when they are still in the young age to move, and then more adapt to the culture, to the weather, that kind of thing. Friends, languages also. So because now we try to like teach them like 3 languages: English, Dutch, and Bahasa Indonesia. So so far so good for us. Even though like sometimes I'm still questioning, actually, is that like still right decisions or not to move, but in the way, so I think we are good.
You can see that as you go, right?
Yes.
I think that's the what you get for free becoming a parent, that you keep questioning yourself and your decisions, because you make it for them. They don't really have a real say in where you go as a family.
I also hear that you say you've been preparing for this decision for 2 years. So I hear that you've been talking about education and your kids. But what are the other subjects that you had to like make decisions on, or how did you prepare? In what topics?
Well, actually, this is also like accidentally. At first we don't have intentions to like move this early to Bali of Indonesia. Because I want to tell about the background, because when we moved, and then I started like the bakery business, and then at first it's like I only made like the cake for the party, for the wedding, that kind of things, and then the corona hit the world. Also for the business is not really good, and also that hit travel business, Alfons business. And then so I was thinking like, okay, so we had to do something. And then we came up with the idea for that box brownies. And then back then that was really, really good, because of that corona, people couldn't like go outside, and then they just stay at home, but they want to give something to like their relatives. So they send it, or like the company send it to encourage their employees, and then something like that. And then because I said, because of the currency is like really strong for the euro compared to IDR. So we could save a lot and then convert it to IDR. So we were thinking, actually before we get married, we also thought that we want to come back, right? One day. But
that was the dream.
That was the dream still. And then I think after 4 years we didn't come back, because before, I think the maximum 2 years we come back to Indonesia to meet my family, and then the corona hit, and then I think that was 4 years we didn't come, and after the 4 years, and then we came to Indonesia and also Bali, and then we were starting to look for like the land. First is land, because maybe we want to buy land, and later we build it for our house later on. And then back then is my brother is also wants to join, like and then he bought also like in the same area, And then he was saying like, okay, so why you want to use it for yourself? Why you don't want to invest for that? And back then, I didn't think about it. We didn't think about it, right?
Well, I mean, we had the idea like, okay, we earn quite some money now with the box brownies business.
Yeah. In the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands. But what we're going to do with the money? Are we going to just put it in a bank and get no interest? Or are we going to use it to invest in land in Bali? And that's how the idea came to invest in Bali. And at first, I think we had the idea, okay, for ourselves. Mm-hmm. But like you said, later on we also thought, okay, maybe we can also use it as a business. That's how the idea came, because at first we just said, okay, maybe after retirement we would go there. And I told Martha, okay, if we buy a land, I want at least 10 aren, like 1,000 square meters. And okay, that was quite some difficult to find because then the prices were already going up. So, but eventually, we found a plot of land. They had like different plots next to each other, and we kind of like, okay, for that price, actually, let's get a little bit more. And at first we got like maybe 6 plots or something.
Three.
Three.
And then
we thought, for that price, actually, let's try to get more. And
eventually, and more really common here. Like they buy like the global, they have 30, 50 ares.
Yeah.
And then they divide it with for the road, and then they make like a plot, right? And then on that plot, we almost have all for that, because we keep like okay, so maybe we can try to negotiate to get the same price or maybe cheaper for that. And then the good thing is that the developer gave it. Well, actually this is not like not really big developer, but more like personal. And then they're like one PT, they're local from Jakarta, and then they have a PT, 5 or 6 people on it, put the money share, profit share, the sharing there, and then so we can negotiate more flexible with him because of that. And then the funny things, because that's his character, he will keep one land for themselves, and then usually like in the end of that the land, so something like in the middle, and then like in the hook or something. Yeah. And then we negotiate to buy it. Yeah. At first he felt like hesitate, but in the end he sold that to us, and but he said, I kind of regret it. To say really? Yes. But it's already happened, so that kind of take back.
So basically he has the big plot of land, like 50 aren, 60?
No, we only, for that is like we have like for about 21 aren.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe for about like 40 aren, I think, Okay. Half of it, we have that.
And then he splits the land.
Yes.
You can buy plots there, and usually the owner keeps one plot for himself. Yes. So from an investor's perspective, that's, I think, really smart. Yes. So if you are building stuff there and it becomes more popular, the price will rise, of course. Correct. Basically because of you, because you built beautiful stuff there, and he will just earn out of it.
That's correct. There's also we also learn, because we also like the newbie, to be honest, to this like the property business, and we also learn from like the practice in fields, like a daily. Sometimes we found like, so we learn from that. There's also we learn from him like that, because he has also a lot of like a plot, and then from him we learned that so from this land that we bought, maybe we will just take it also 1 or 2 plots for ourselves.
We bought that land freehold. Yeah. So maybe we want to leasehold some lands there, but we still want to keep 1 plot of land for ourselves if we see the neighborhood is developing. And
So for the listener, I just want to explain, you have a little special situation, because you still have your Indonesian passport, and in Bali you usually, if you're not an Indonesian, you cannot buy property, and they call it freehold, and usually you leasehold. So that means you buy the land, you lease it for several years, but in your case it was freehold.
Yes.
So once you buy it, you own it
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
important
yeah.
to note, then the price, of course, is more expensive.
Yes.
But then you become the landlord, the owner,
yeah.
and then what you described, Alfons, then you can lease it to people.
Right.
So you have multiple business cases to be made there, and you can even do it all, like build yourself and hold some of it,
Yeah.
lease some of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and because it's freehold, we're not in a rush to build, or
Yeah.
because leasehold is maybe 25 years. Then you should actually build
Yeah, time is
as soon
ticking.
as possible
Yeah.
to get your money back. So
Yeah.
we just take our time and see how that area is developing. We already hear some investors bought quite some plots of lands there as well from I think Russian developers.
Yeah, I think we cannot recognize now, from which country, because I think that's really massive now. The development, the constructions in Bali. So I think now it's all eyes. I think for the property in Asia, especially Indonesia, goes to Bali.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and even the local outside Bali is also invest their money in Bali Islands. So that's after Corona, that's really booming, and then So I think actually there's opportunity. I think for us.
And also for your kids, because it's a great investment for your kids.
Yes, right. So
Yeah, because if you never sell it, then it becomes like a generational wealth.
Yes,
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, but now I hear our listeners think, well, that's great, but is there a way for me as a non-resident of Indonesia to also buy land?
Yes, this is. I want to correct this part, because that is a lot of misleading informations, especially from foreigner. There's I assume there's two conditions. Either because most of them must be helped by local, especially the agents of anything, and then the number one option is that the local give a misinformations. They are not competent, or they just okay, as long as I can buy my land, it doesn't matter about the regulations. I just give okay, so you can do this, everything is okay, everything is right.
Yeah.
But that's against the regulations. The second part is the foreigner they know that about the regulations, but again, because they sell something, they sell their villa, their land, and then they just say, oh, okay, so you can buy land in Bali. I already do that. I've been doing this, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but in the regulations, the foreigner cannot buy the land. That's like a strata, the leveling of the ownership of the property, and then the highest one is the freehold. That's only the personal local who has the passport, Indonesian passport, can have it.
Yeah.
So and then the second one is the SHGB. So that's I think that's the maximum is 80 years. So that could be the PT, even the local PT. If there's a PT, and then you only can have the maximum is the SHGB.
Can you explain what?
Hak guna bangunan. So so you can build and then you can extend it. I think that's the maximum is 80 years. So if, for example, the PT or PTPMA, that's the same.
What's that? The PTPMA, just for the listener.
Yes, PTPMA is if foreigner can invest. I think that's also same in every country. That's a foreigner can invest and then get some maybe the visa or something to running the business here. But they have the certain amount of the capital, that the minimum. I think in Indonesia currently is 10 billions.
Yeah.
But I know exactly that's not a lot of PMA is not comply with that regulation, especially for the capital.
And we're talking about EDR with the 10 billion.
Yes, the 10 billions. So you can convert it by with your self currency.
Yeah, it's like 600,000 euros, but it's like gray area because you have to have the intention to have that money in the company.
Yes.
So basically, the PTPMA is a company structure here as a foreign
like a BV
investor.
Yes,
BV.
like a BV. Yeah, but it is the same. Mostly, it is the same about like the regulation, right? And how to run the business with the local PT. Local PT, I mean that the Indonesians who has the PT as like a commissioner, shareholder, that kind of things. Yeah. And then PT, if you like local and then foreigner, that could be like PTPMA, unless you hire the foreigner. Yeah, if you, for example, chip in for the share, so that should be PTPMA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the misleading information. So yeah, for the PT, that's the maximum 80 years you can have it, and also this is the advantage, the benefit of PTPMA or for PT, the local, you can sell it to the personal, let's say like Indonesians, and then you can sell it freehold.
Oh.
You cannot buy
to the someone with Indonesian passport.
Yes, you can. Yeah. So the ownership, you cannot buy freehold, but you can sell it as a freehold. Yeah. So you have
because it originally is freehold.
Yes. So let's say that this is the case, like maybe the PT buy from the local.
Yeah.
Okay. So the local have the ownership, that's freehold. So you should downgrade first the ownership to in the name of the PT, right? Because that's the common, right? If you buy from something, that should be later on your name on it, right? And then after downgrade, so you have two possibility. You want to sell it also for the to the other PT, and then that will be same SHGB. Yeah. Or you want a leasehold to the foreigner. Yeah. But this will be like a downgrade again. Actually, not downgrade. Mostly, there's only like the agreements, notarial, and then or you can sell it to the freehold. Yeah. So to the personal local people, Indonesians. Yeah, and then means after that, if in the notarial, so you change the name, the ownership. And then you upgrade again to freehold, so that the person get the freehold from the PT. Yeah, that's the correct one.
Nice. We're like, Yeah. It's funny because this was not an option for us, so we never dove into this.
Yes. But if you have a PTPMA, that's a more possibility to sell in the other ways than the leasehold. Yeah.
But so all the parties make it sound like if you have a PTPMA, you can have freehold. No. But that is not actually true. It's like one level below that. Yes. So still you are not the real owner forever.
Yes. Even the big developer in Indonesia, the big local PT, Indonesians big developer, doing the same things. Mm-hmm. So they bought the lands and then for 80 years, for example. And then when mostly like Indonesian people buy it, and then that's the personal upgraded to the freehold.
And is this on what base did you buy your land?
We buy it freehold.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is also maybe for the mixed marriage, maybe for the Indonesians or for the other foreigners. The first thing before you get married, you should have prenuptial agreements. Yeah. That's about the assets and the liabilities, and that's because in Indonesia the ownerships, if you don't have it, the prenups, so means that the local cannot buy the land or any kind of properties in the name. We can do that the leasehold, but we can do that freehold things, because means that if you don't have prenups, our asset is together. Yeah. So the foreigner cannot. That's forbidden to have any properties. That's why. So that's really important. But now they have like this is good. So if you didn't make it or forgot it or you don't know, so they have post-prenuptial agreement, so you can still make it before you buy property.
And the elephant in the room, you have an Indonesian passport. Alfons, you don't.
Yes.
Then what happens if something happens to you, and then worst case scenario, you die?
Yeah.
What happens then with the property? Because I I'm understanding what you say about the prenups. It can never go. The freehold title can never go to Alfons. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a good question. We also think about it like in the regulations, like if I pass away, they can have a time 1 year to sell all and then take the money.
Oh, that's nice.
Or in that case, I could we make like the statement, like an inheritance letter in the notarial, and that's I said that's okay. So Alfons will be like my inheritance, and also my kids maybe, but this will be leasehold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can mention.
But then lease from who? Because then the owner, you basically, is not there.
Yeah, that will be like part of like the inheritance. That's the agreements that I make, for example.
And that's X amount of years.
Yes, I can mention maybe 100 years. That's for you can
2,000 years.
Yeah, you can use my land, for example. You can use my land.
Yeah.
That's also complicated. Or I also can choose maybe like my relatives or brothers or something, and then like change the name, the ownerships, and then he sell it. So we have more longer time to try to sell the properties, that kind of things. But for because our kids is also under still really young. And that's because when they reach like 18 years old, they can choose and either they want to be Dutch or Indonesians. So by then, so maybe they can if they choose to be Indonesian, they can have
then
it
they
for
can
the
real inheritance.
It's actually funny because my dad also has an Indonesian passport.
Yes.
And you were only marrying me for my passport, right?
Yes. But I didn't.
But you didn't realize that I have a Dutch passport.
Yeah.
So I'm not only looking for land here. I'm also looking
for a new wife.
A
new wife.
The contract wife.
The contract wife. Oh wow, is that a thing here?
My parents didn't know before that was also an option that you could choose when you were 18.
Yes.
So they actually found out or read about it when my brother was already 19. So and then they thought that the option was still until 21.
Yes, correct.
But you have to choose one, right? You cannot say I want both, or I can switch in between.
Okay.
We hope maybe
that was the
it will
case
change in the future.
Yes,
that would be perfect.
Because as parents, what do you think about this for your kids?
Well, if I were them, I would choose the Indonesian. If the business is like this, I would choose that. But it just depends what they want in their life, where they want to study, or it's up to them.
Totally up to them.
Yeah.
Mostly like Indonesians that have like a good economics. Usually they send their kids overseas to study, and then after that maybe mostly like it just come back after school, but some also like maybe they like it there and then work in the other countries. I should admit that our education's not really good in the quality.
Only if you spend a lot of money here on Bali, you basically have the best school in the world here. It's called the Green School, right?
Yes.
But that's like €30,000
more
contribution per year per kid.
That's
so Alfons, get the business.
Buy a lot of land with that money.
We always think like, with this money we could have.
You start thinking in the amount of hours.
That's nice. As an Indonesian passport holder, citizen. How is it to go to the Netherlands? Was it easy for you to go there, to get a visa, to go to go to school or study? Or
at first, I went to Netherlands as like the backpacker, and then using like a tourist visa for the 3 months, and then tried to look for a job in the Netherlands.
And that's possible with that visa to apply for a job.
The idea is if I get the job and the company wants to be my sponsor, so that's possible.
Yeah.
But I got nothing. So after 3 months,
This is before Alfons.
it's before Alfons, and also during, I think, during, and then I met him, and then so after 3 months, I came back to Indonesia again. So and then that's the story, and then we got married, and then have the first one, and then move to Netherlands. At first, I really eager to move, and I got stressed.
Yeah.
It's really stressed about that because there's also really a big change. Before I work, I had the income by myself, and then now I should stay at home. So that's a really big change for me, and that's everything. So that's why I started to do activity, the baking, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is start like
You wanted to have your own independence.
Yes, something like that. So that is maybe now is a more like difference, because that's like an Asian culture. The man is a provider, and then the woman is just stay home, look after the kids at the household. But I don't feel like that.
Well, you never were like that. In your whole story, you keep looking for opportunities.
Yes. So, I mean, that's their choice, their options to do what they want, their decisions. But for me, it is better that I do something that also can contribute for the family.
Yeah. And you, Alfons, you also already had your own business. That's the travel website.
Right.
What is that, and how does that generate income for you?
We provide a lot of information about destinations worldwide. We have blog articles, and also a community where people can, a little bit like a trip advice, where people can share their experiences with, for example, Bali, what's it like, and give tips. So it's also a little bit like user-generated content, plus our own content, and in that content we put affiliate links.
Okay.
So affiliate marketing, that's our, most of our income comes from affiliate marketing.
You also sell trips, like round trips?
No, it's basically
It's very passive then. If you keep building the website, and then through the affiliate link.
I mean, we still invest a lot of time to put more content to generate clicks. But I mean, if I would take 1 month off, it wouldn't be necessarily hit our business right away. But I mean, for our website, we try to score high in Google. So sometimes Google has an update. So like last year or 1.5 years ago, all of a sudden we dropped a lot in Google. So that was a little bit like a stressful situation for us. But eventually, they came back to that update, and then we still got better.
Because that's already a long existing business for you.
Right? Already when first time we lived in Bali, we did that already, so I could just work from here. But next to the website, because of the Google updates, etc., we also have a lot of Facebook communities where we also can put links and also drive traffic to our website. So that goes both ways. And it's perfect that I can basically work from anywhere. Still now I can do that job.
And how many hours do you think you spend on that per week or per month?
Basically 40 hours per week, but I'm free to do that. If I say, usually when the kids are asleep, I can still work in the evening. Or
you do it on your own terms.
I mean, I work with 2 partners in Holland, so we have like a agreement with each other, like, okay, this is the amount of hours that you put into it. So we kind of...
Oh, wow. So
and that was your sole business, and you have it with 2 partners?
Yeah, basically one, and the other one came as an investor. in the beginning, so we could basically quit our jobs and go full with that website.
The nomad life, or like having a blog and everything, is just so like a magical world, and with the affiliate links. But I think it's very inspirational that you have your whole existence, like you're in the start, because we're talking about that later. You have more businesses now also, but you first had only this business, and it's like your living. It comes from that. So yeah, I'm just curious.
Support my family with it. So it's
but that's already the answer, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like a side hustle.
Yeah.
No.
It's really.
I mean, that's how we started in the beginning. Like we still had our day jobs. I work as a web designer, but in the evening hours I would still work. And if anyone wants to start, I would suggest them just have like a job as for your needs so that you can pay. But if you still have a dream to do something by yourself, you have time in the evenings. Don't sit on the couch or anything.
Or Netflix and chill. Yeah, we always say that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I never watched TV, but back then, just go for it.
And now you have it the other way around, because you have this business as your base and your fundamentals, and now you are also starting Bali villas.
Right.
And that's something that we're really curious also about, because that's a new business that you are diving into. That's going to be the income also in Indonesia.
Yes.
What is that? What is it?
Because we have different plots of land, and we also bought, we bought a house in Canggu, but we renovated it, and now it's like at first we wanted to make it an Airbnb, but now we rented it for 1 year, like a long term. We still consider to do it maybe as an Airbnb later on, but this is Bali. There's some construction on the opposite side now, so we thought, okay, it's better to rent it for 1 year, so we don't get any bad reviews or anything or bad experiences.
And after the 1 year, hopefully the construction is finished, and then
we could consider to do it like a daily rental, or if they want to extend, we're also open. We haven't decided yet, but now we're building a villa in Kerobokan. That's pretty close to Canggu as well. That should be finished in 2 weeks from now, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we plan to leasehold that one. So
okay.
So actually, this week we will start promoting it and hopefully find someone who wants to invest and buy it.
And then for like the 25 years. Is it then just like our villa? We lease the land, but we own the villa, or is it more like you lease the land and you lease the villa? Will you like sell the villa then?
Yes. Well, actually, now we start to. At first, we have like a conservative thought, investments. That's because of my advantage as a local, so it's better to just buy freehold. Yeah. And then we build that. But again, that's more expensive, and then the capital to do that, even until that's become the villa, is more maybe double than the leasehold. Yeah. So now we start to look for like a leasehold land, and then we build that, and then overlease. Yeah. Or maybe just minimum 5 years at least if someone wanna rent it.
Like very long rental.
Yes. So more than like 1 or 2 years. Yeah. So we more like that's good if we can right away overlease. Yeah. Or otherwise maybe 5 years, 10 years.
And can you maybe share a little bit about margin then? Not like real numbers if you're not comfortable with that, but more like so you own the land.
Like the return on investment.
You built yourself. Maybe a little bit about that more later. But then if you were to sell it as a lease or as an off-plan project, then right? Is it already like returned the whole investment? Yeah. Or is it even higher than that? Will you make a profit out of it? What are your expectations on that in this market?
Yes, because now the competition is also pretty high, because a lot of people now invest, and then And then I think one time I heard that the interview of they said that now people tend to rent in the long term than like a daily basis, because daily basis mostly for the tourism.
Yeah.
But now I think statistically people live here longer. So for to live, for example, nomad.
Yeah.
And then they could live like maybe 6 months here, and then even years. So the demand for that, the long term, I think is higher than before.
Yeah.
Because before Airbnb is really good. Yeah, people like because the tourism come and go, 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. But now people wanna stay longer.
Yeah.
So especially like I mean we also can see like a lot of foreigner or even the local outside Bali stay to here. They move. So look for a job here. So I think that's more like the market now, the conditions. So for the profits, at least we can get 30% if we like overlease. So the thing
and
is,
then you still own it. So that's very interesting for the future.
yes, that's for the if we have the freeholds.
Yeah.
And then but this one in Kerobokan we also lease. So we lease the land and then we build it.
Okay.
And then that's also more income, more profit if you also build it. So you get spread from the land and also from the building.
Yeah.
Some people just so I just leasehold the land. Maybe that's easy, but the margin is lower than if you also build it.
Yes. Yeah. So then you said around 30%.
At least, yes.
And can you maybe give a little bit of insight in numbers on for the listeners, of course, the land versus construction?
Yes.
Because a lot of people have expectations that for 50,000 euros you can build a palace here, because the expectations are very far away on how it actually is here, because the economy has grown so much. With 50k you cannot even rent a very nice place here.
Yeah.
So what are the like the actual numbers here for building a nice villa that you can sell off plan?
Well, it also depends on the quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality that you choose. So some people just people that's really business minded. So it's okay. I just use like the most cheapest price. But in the end, the quality maybe after 2-3 years, that's you should do renovation or something.
Yeah, it's a harsh environment here on Bali.
Yes, right. Really humid, a lot of moist, and then that kind of things.
Yeah.
But I think it also depends. I cannot really like give like the exact number. For example, there's also a lot of the architect company. They charge a very, very price. You can choose which one do you wanna. You wanna choose like the startup architect, or they just graduated and then that's cheap. Maybe there's only 100 until 150,000 IDR per meter square.
Yeah.
Their fee. But if you wanna choose like for example, like you choose a lumbung, that's way more expensive. Of biombo, or that's also. So that's basically is it depends which villa, how big is that, and then which area that you want to build. There's also different price, and then after that you can. At least you can get 30%, I think, still for that. But
which one would you choose if you were to advise someone? Because you have like the person that's just graduated versus the award-winning architect.
Yeah.
Is there a middle way, or would you always go for the higher one?
For me, I think it depends. Like if you wanna maybe build like it depends also like a brand image, like the real mega villa, and then that's to put the image of your maybe company, or maybe you can put the name of the architect, right, as like your selling point. But there's also, and then there's the foreigner. foreigner usually charge is more than the local. Yeah, that is true.
Welcome in Indonesia.
Yes, that is true. But there's also still a lot of like a local, like maybe fresh graduate of maybe just like a less than 5 years experience. They have also really creative and a nice design that you also can choose.
Yeah.
But the important thing is not only design, but the building itself. Is that a good quality or not? Because the design is design, that's just the image. But the building is the real that you have experience with that. Yeah. That's the. I think if you wanna invest, I think it's better you invest in the building, the quality of the build, and then the system of the house, that kind of.
Yeah,
thing,
that's also the reason why we went for more high end. Because we have like a leasehold for 34 years.
Yes.
And if you sell it after 30, 25 years, then at least like you have still a few years left. But I mean, the quality of the building remains better than if you sell it. And you just, I think that's also a way to like choose a lower quality, because you think, okay, I just have the land for 25 years, so the villa can be like put down to the ground in 25 years. But if you want it for like long term, then it's very good.
And also short stay rental will test your build quality more. Instead of the longer rental one. And also for us, the decision to invest in high end was more because the return on investment is actually higher. Because you can, if you were to put in a line graphic, line graph. I think you can outpace the investment for a high quality on the night rate. You will have a better return if you were to have like more of the same. If you do the middle quality, because there's so much competition. If you really stand out, just like you were saying, Martha, if you have the name of a famous architect, that could really already be a unique selling point for renting it out. You can say, oh, we rented a Biombo villa in our case, which is cool. If you sell it, you can now buy this design. They will never make a design for you, because they basically closed their business because they just want to chill. But here you have one. So that could be an interesting choice.
And so what is, because with Bali villas, we're going back to that.
Nice.
What is the goal with Bali villas? Because you're also selling buildings. And so can you share a little bit about your company?
Well, for us it's also like trial and error. We just see how it's going, but we have a plan to, when we can sell one villa, we can invest it again to a new project. So we're going to see how it's going, but so far we can still manage.
Are you
it.
already building? Because there are
Kerobokan.
Kerobokan, and this week we will have a Ngere ceremony in Kedungu. So next month they start building there as well.
Can you tell what's the ceremony you're talking about?
Well, basically in Balinese culture, the land is like a soul, and to change the function of the land, there's the ceremony. So the Balinese believe that the land or the earth is alive, and during that ceremony they change the function to
the purpose,
to become.
Because mostly in actually Bali is a small island before, back then, and then mostly is covered the rice field, right? Most of the land here, and then because ask permissions, because Balinese really believe of that the souls and
spirit
in everything, the spirits, and then so we ask that soul of the spirit permission to change the functions. And so we want to build something here, because before maybe there's only the rice field. So the function is to provide to plant the rice and then provide that someone for eating.
Good
but
harvest.
But now someone will live here. So because they also really in their cultures is really strong belief of that. So if we do that before, ask permission, so that will be more peaceful for
It's
someone
also-
who lives
yeah.
there.
And also,
So-
as I think the main focus is on as the blessing.
Yes.
Blessing for the
Yes.
the person that
Yes.
is like
Good fortune,
Yeah,
good
Yes,
health.
yes,
and-
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
And also, I believe for the workers who are building there,
Yeah.
that
To be
safe.
Yes, yes,
Ah.
that's also
So
Yeah.
special. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be next week. Because that land is for 25 years. The
That's
lease?
for 30 years.
30
Yes,
years.
yeah, we
That's also
rented.
leasehold.
We leasehold.
But how do you then? How does that process go? Because you are already building something that's almost finished. You will start to build in Kadungu, which is amazing area, by the way. We are actually thinking on investing in land there as
Yes.
well, and maybe build our dream home there.
Yes.
But then you also have like an architect company already and a construction company. And
Yes.
so can you share more about that journey? How long did that took? How do you get your connections?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Well, I think you found the first architect for our off-plan project in that's Brabant. It's a little bit up the
Inland, inward.
west coast of.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can see the ocean from there.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, well,
at
actually,
first,
that's really manifest. Yeah, that's really happened because we want the land like in the front is
that's
a
always
sea,
what I said to
and
my
then
mom.
the back is the mountain, and then rice field, and then we got it.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a really
amazing.
that's a manifest
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we always talk about it, and then
kind of joke about like, okay,
Yeah.
I want to have the
Yeah.
volcanoes in the
Everything.
back, rice
Yeah.
on the side, and then a beach in the front.
And now you
That's
have
like the ultimate dream.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not on the beach, but you can
Yeah.
see it
Yeah,
from
still
the.
see, yeah.
the
But that's
rooftop.
even another plot of land or project.
No, that's the first one
The
that we.
first one, yeah.
And
that
then
one.
Martha found an architect for that one, and we were quite satisfied with that. So we also use them now for our own house that we're building,
Yeah.
close to Kadungu as well. And they also did Kadungu, but for the one in Krobokan we use.
Other
different,
contractor. Yeah. Well, actually, that's as I told you in the beginning. That's the experience. So you will get a lot of like a new experience, information, knowledge by you doing that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, well, actually, as we told you that we have been prepared that for 2 years, and then since then I was back and forth, Nederland and Bali, to sign the contract and then look for the land and then the contractor. And then the good thing is because our first project was our villa in Canggu, that in the Kayu Tulang. And then, so we got like a trusted contractor to do that. So we just do like a weekly video, and then meeting.
You get a feeling and you can trust. Yeah.
Yes, I can trust. And then every week he will report it, take a video of the okay, so this is the progress, and then asking how do you feel, and can I change it, and then something like that. So I think again, like sometimes that the things will not 100% running really well.
Yeah.
That especially in construction, that must be like the adjustment, this and that. But with him, so I think we are pretty satisfied. And then
Even from abroad, because you hear these horror stories, and people say you definitely must be there, and you need a guy or a woman who's literally do the inspection for you every day, all day, which is very expensive, of course.
Yes.
But you didn't have a person like that.
Oh well, actually, we with this contractor, no. So far is he's Balinese, really trusted, and also not like a cheat on our
It's
money.
like honest.
Yes, and then but the one in Kerobokan, I kind of it's a little bit not that's not bad, but also not good. So not that good. So Yeah, but that's lessons we learned.
Yeah.
And then,
So the next project is probably not with that person.
Yes.
Maybe with the first one.
Yes, or we find someone else like more capable or
Yeah, and you do that via your network, like investigating what's your experience with your builder, and that's how you find a trusted builder then.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and actually Martha's brother, he's actually daily, he helps us to keep an eye on the sites, the building sites as well.
Okay.
So almost every day he's there, especially now in the finishing phase. Yeah, he's helping a lot.
Yeah, but it's also problem. I mean, I going there maybe like once a week sometimes, and then that's I will find something that's not that's not like good. So and then they should adjust again, that kind of thing. But I think for the construction, you should, especially finishing, should really
I think maybe it's nice to like go with you for a day and see.
Yes,
it would be really cool.
And also the thing with the contractor that we're satisfied with. In the beginning, we always said, this is our plan. So we can work together as a long-term, multiple projects.
Relationship.
So it's also for him his reputation. That's also pretty important here on Bali.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to make a bad.
Not the quick money grabbing and then. No, that's also interesting. We also inform companies that we have big plans. Mm-hmm. We don't know exactly
the time range.
The time range and how the journey in life will where it will take us and when. But we have big plans, so you better do good work because then we can all benefit of it.
In the future. Yeah.
I mean, Bali is a small. Sometimes you know him from him. And then that's really small. If you have like already make like a bad reputation, that will be spread really quickly.
Yeah.
Because the player is only that, like a really small. Yeah.
Nice. Very inspiring. And so so I heard that projects. You have an off plan. You have a villa already rented out. Building. The one in Kedungu, that will also be off plan?
I think now we're going to start building, so basically, but if in the meanwhile we find someone who already wants to buy it, then it will be ready.
So you will actually finance it yourself from the start, so you can already start the building, and then as you go, you will find buyers.
Yeah, because right now we're going to start promoting our business, and that's leasehold, so it's better to already start building, so we can offer more years to the potential buyer.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a nice place that the building already starts, the links in the show notes.
Two bedrooms, private villa.
Two bedrooms and then.
Kedungu, again, it's amazing.
Yes, that's really practical actually, really practical villa, and then like a waste space that really compact and then modern. So that's nice for the small family.
And now I hear the listeners thinking, but how? If you finance it
and
yourself,
how much?
Is there a way again with your unique situation where you can actually lend money from an Indonesian bank, or doesn't it work like that?
Okay, so this is also the trick maybe for the foreigner. You better maybe if you can't, you lend loans from the bank in your country, because the interest rate is smaller than in Indonesia. Okay. If that's possible, and also the conversions from the change, the currency. So you lend it from your country, and then you can invest here. Yeah. That money. That's the options. Or you have I have a benefit because I also can take a mortgage here as the Indonesians, and then so I can also finance that. Yeah. And then in the other hand, I have the PT, the local PT with my brother. Yeah. So we chip in, and then so I got also like investors, from my brother's money. So how we finance that,
Yes.
like that.
And as a business owner, can you also lend money from the government here or from banks?
As a business.
As business owner,
As a business,
but again, I think this is for about the same. If you have like employee have fixed income, that's much more easier than you are the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because you should prove, I think, at least 1 year financial statement that it show the positive cash flow, profit, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then you have ability to pay.
Yeah, so for the Dutch, it's better to have a BV here than to be a ZZP'er here, right? That's what you mean, like as an entrepreneur. If you have people in...
No, I think it's better that you are the employee. You work
for your company.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you work to other company.
Yes.
So because that's a fixed income, you get like, for example, 3,000 per month. So that's it. And then the bank will, so with this income.
It's exactly the same for hypotheek in the Netherlands.
You need to prove, like you said, your income.
Salary and everything.
That's more. That's better than. Entrepreneur is more difficult because you should prove it. Your business is going well, or not.
Yeah.
But we had that box brownie business in Holland, so with that we had quite some savings, and we sold our house with we got some extra money from that as well. So
Did you sell the box brownies, or is it still yours?
No, we sold the business, so that's also a little bit extra budget for us. Like in 2.5 years, we could save quite some to invest here.
That's very nice.
There's also suggestions like maybe for the family, if they decide to move to Bali, at least one of that the spouse should have like fixed income to cover the cost living
that's
costs.
what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Yes, at least. So we have an advantage. For example, like. Alfons also still get euro, for example, and then that's much more
worth.
Yes, if you compare to living cost in in rupiah, that's you still can have spare a lot, save a lot. I mean,
So if you put numbers to that, like cost of living here versus the Netherlands, is it like half the cost that you have in the Netherlands? Or even less, would you think?
I think if maybe for us like that's not frugal, but it's also not much, like not glamorous living cost with 5 of us. I think for like the groceries, maybe for about 10 million rupiah, so for about
600
euros. So I think that's much more cheaper that we spend in.
I think you can really make it your own. Like you can make it very expensive here. Like especially in Canggu, I feel like here in Amsterdam. And but you can also like survive on a low. It's dependent.
That's why it's
also ayam every morning.
It's also implement to local. Because there's Bali is so expensive, but it depends. Which lifestyle you want to choose.
You can order a coffee for like a few euro cents.
You can eat 5,000 rupiah for the nasi for your lunch, something like that. So it depends how lifestyle. How lifestyle you wanna choose.
But we have someone who helps us, but basically she cooks for us. Maybe once a week we go out or order something. But mostly like that.
And in that we have proven to ourselves that the quality of life here is higher, especially if you still have the European or the Dutch income. Because at home we feel like we are a little bit trapped in the rat race, because you do the cooking yourself and the grocery shopping, and of course you can deliver it to your home, but then you have to fill in the tablet like want this and this. You have to think about all the things you want to eat. You do the washing the dishes, you do the washing of the clothes, everything you do yourself. You have your job. We have our business.
You have your kids.
You have your kids. We only have the child. How do you say it?
Child support.
Support.
Yeah.
The opvang.
Yes.
Daycare.
The daycare 2 days in the week. So Tessa actually has to I spend one day of the week because of course I also want to be with my kids, but so that's like the rat race. You are a little bit trapped. You cannot make more hours than there are.
Every
hours.
weekend you have a birthday.
Yeah, so you really feel up to the max. And here I feel like you can have more focus if you were to have like a nanny. If she even cooks and cleans a little bit around you, then a lot of time maybe I fantasize it too much, but I feel like that will free up more of that time that you don't really want to spend, and you can leverage more on doing the things that you are meant to do, like the entrepreneurship and like what you are doing.
And then it doesn't matter that you spend like 200 euros or 300 euros on your gym, because then you can spend more time with your gym.
Exactly. And choose to be more with your children,
kids,
with focus on your kids instead of have focus, because when I'm playing with the kids, most of the times I'm even listening to a podcast because I don't have time otherwise to listen to podcasts where I can learn stuff.
You can be more in the moment.
Yeah, that's what we are really trying to find. And we think we can find it more here than in the Netherlands.
Yes, that's our privilege.
But I have good news for you guys. Once I reached 4 years old, they go to school.
And then you...
Yes.
That's also happened with us, right? It's like, for example, back then when we were in Netherlands, Alfons has the full time, even though that he has that company, and then we had also box brownies, and I should bake it, and with the 3 kids, after a long day, I still should cook. We still should. That was really made me like, I don't want to live like this.
And then you also
But you see the bigger picture.
Yes.
So you kept.
Every brownie was like a brick for our villas.
That's a nice metaphor.
Every package. But after we did that for 2.5 years, but it was too much for us. So I was also okay.
So it's a relief now, and you built it, and now you can make we water your plants from it. We always say. No, that's really nice.
I just want to emphasize that's something that's not like we just get it, like
you
easily.
Work for it.
Yes, we work for it really hard, sweat and blood, something like that. And
bloed, zweet en tranen.
Yes, and but in the end, you can, if you look back, so we already achieved this, and then we already walked this far. So that's
you did it with really young kids, and that's also, we're like, oh my God, people ask us like, how do you do it? And we also have that feeling with you, like, how did you do it? Because your youngest is now how old?
4.
4, yes. So everything you build, like...
Actually, that's also funny. When we started, I was like a pregnant in the like old weeks. Almost
The day before Noor was born.
No, 2 days. Live. 2 days. Yes, that's brownies. So and then this is if we talk about it, that's like a sweet. Sometimes. And that's I cut it, and that's the baby was here, and this is
we were like recording podcast while the baby on my boob.
Yes.
And now we can record the podcast while the nanny is upstairs with the kids.
That's correct. I mean, we can afford that much more cheaper here, and then that's leverage for us to achieve more. As you said, that's so we can be more focused, more productive. I think that kind of life that's foreigner. Like a dream to live in Bali, of Indonesia, of other Asian countries. But the thing is, you should have at least the foundations in the finance for at least your living cost. That's it, I think. Otherwise, it's also like the issue now. Because of the war, and then also more people, the foreigner come here, and then they start doing the local job. I think that's also not nice for us because, for example, selling even vegetables, or scooter rental, that kind of thing. I mean, that's a really basic income for the local. I think you should at least fulfill your living costs here for your family or yourself.
And stay away from taking jobs from the Balinese.
Yes.
And even generate jobs by building businesses.
Yes,
If you have multiple villas, you can have your own villa management company probably.
Yes,
You employ people and then you pay them. If you can pay them a little bit above market rates, then they are happy. They work hard.
I think we can talk for hours.
Definitely.
But maybe, I don't know if you still have some questions left, Laurens, or you still have something that you specifically want to share?
Yeah, well, I definitely want to ask about future plans. Maybe round it up with some tips and tricks for the listeners, wherever they are in their journey, if they just want to invest or they want to live here as a nomad or whatever. So maybe first some tips and tricks from all your experiences.
Just in general, I think you should be passionate about what you're doing. So look at what is your dream or what you like to do.
What gives you joy?
That's the most important thing, I think. Try to pursue that. For our Bali plans, what we discussed, we try to grow the business and. We still have a plan. We have a plot of land where we maybe want to build like a retreat.
Yes.
It's pretty nice it has like a river around it. And for our family, we're still thinking about maybe try to do homeschooling, so we could also travel maybe more or stay somewhere longer for a longer time.
Around the world?
Doesn't matter.
We already live here, so we also really want to go to Japan or maybe other places.
Amazing.
And that's possible because now you're like fully out of the Netherlands, so you don't have to deal with all the leerplicht that you have to go to school. You can choose your own way of schooling.
So that's an advantage of homeschooling, and also we think. We see the material that they're learning now, and we think maybe we can even do better, or maybe we can hire a teacher who comes to our home, but still it's homeschooling. So we're more flexible with that. So we're thinking about doing that.
Is there something specific that you want to raise your kids differently than the school system does at the moment?
Yes, because I told you the education system in Indonesia is also not really good, and that you also should spend a lot of money if you want to get the good quality. And then I think me and Alfons is the product of a conservative school system. So and then I think we spend maybe more than 10 years to follow that system, every year go to the next level, that kind of thing. But we didn't get more specific what we want or we want to do next. So we got a lot of subjects, and then we should in Indonesia there's also you should memorize that, and then after that you do the exam, and then you get the point from that, and then the teacher will decide, okay, so you go to the next level or you just stay. So but in the end of the day, when I grew up and then become adult, I didn't use that. I spent more than 10 years my time to do something that I don't even
remember.
Yes, and then didn't use that, and then still I should learn by myself, figure it out how it works, and also for the financial educations. That's really, really I don't know, maybe after you graduated, you can get it or learn, and also maybe you should pay that for the workshop, for example, or seminar, that kind of thing. So that's why when I saw that, I decided to take a certificate, because my background is finance, but I want a more deeper for the financial planner, a personal. And then I want to try to educate the parents now for the next generations. So you should start at home to teach your kids about money, how to manage it, because that's also the problem here in Indonesia. A lot of like young people, they have like a really big loan, and then that's not from like the mortgage, that's like a personal loan.
Oh, wow.
That's like their interest rate maybe 30% per year until 50%. How they will pay that? How they for example, the salary 2 million, 3 million, and then how
Per month.
Yes, per month,
Yeah.
and then a rupiah in a
Yeah.
rupiah. But how they can manage that?
Wow.
You know, how they pay that? So
But that's
that-
like a trap.
yes, and also the gambling online.
Oh, no.
That's also the problem.
Big problem.
Yeah, so because we didn't get it. So, but now people start on also the other educator. They also start to so you should start, and then also investment for your kids. That's not about the money, but about the time.
Yeah.
If you start earlier, so you will get really big later. There's a compound interest, right?
Yeah.
So at least at 100,000 rupiah, you start. 10,000, even 10,000, you already can invest for the mutual fund, that kind of thing. So that's the things that, in the future, maybe 5 years, I want to build that also.
Nice.
So because we also have 3 kids.
Yeah.
So we want to start also from our family, and then so they're familiar, and then manage their money really good.
Yeah.
Their mindset about money, this also should shape it.
Yeah, I think we are really the generation, because we feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
We had to unlearn certain things and had to learn and experience with blood, sweat and tears ourselves, make mistakes. And now think, we should have learned that at school, like when we were little kids.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's being kept away from you, like it's a secret. But if you look for it, the information is out there. And that's just amazing to teach our children, because we are also 30. We are 30 plus, and now we are starting to see more and more things and compounding our knowledge, so we can compound our money.
Yes.
To live the life that we want, and traveling and build experiences with each other.
That's I think I just started when I was 35 years old.
Oh, wow.
And that I regret it. Really regret it. That's why I don't want our kids have the same experience. That's why.
I think that's a nice closer, because
definitely.
I think that everything we do, especially if you have children, you don't do it for yourself anymore, and everything you do becomes more valuable because and your heart's more in it, and you're more passionate about it because it's for the future of your children. And we are really like on the path of making a change for our generation to follow. So I think if you listen to this, then it's really inspirational. Like I really want to thank you for everything you shared with us today.
We hope that we can inspire people. I mean, we still also learn, and then we also know just a little bit, not that much, but we'll still keep learning, and then but we hope that the informations that we gave that can be like useful, and then people can get inspired, maybe take a step to move to Bali, or take a step to follow their dream.
Unleash their dreams. That's
Yes.
especially what our podcast is about. So really motivating you.
And I also want to thank you, because in our conversations, also prior to this podcast, but also during this conversation, I keep hearing, because you are sitting here very
casually,
and just casually, this and that, but I keep hearing how you turn challenges to opportunities. Like you said, you traveled around like with and without children to Netherlands and to Indonesia, see where the market is growing or is declining. Okay, so now we go to the Netherlands because of this reason. Now Corona hits. We start a business there, and then so every time you have a setback, you turn it into an opportunity, and you do the same now, and you keep compounding, keep learning, and keep growing as a human being, as a business, as a couple. So that's super inspiring, and thank you for sharing that with us and the audience. And
And
That's it.
we're definitely going to share all your websites and all your businesses in the show notes. And it's really nice to follow Martha also because she's really sharing as she's going and she's learning with her financial coaching and everything you do. So if you think this was a valuable episode, definitely leave some stars and follow us on our pages, which you will find in the show notes. And as we say in Dutch always, tot de volgende!
Tot de volgende!